Good morning, Mr. Barber students. It is Thursday the 14th. Okay, so a couple things for you here. I actually have an overall look at California for today's coronavirus news update. So it's going to look at, this particular article does a pretty good job of looking at a variety of things going on here in California in terms of what the governor and various infectious disease experts and scientists from the various University of Californias are calling a appropriately cautious path, meaning that yes, California is starting to open up. However, we are doing so in a very deliberately staggered, step-by-step process in order to make sure that California doesn't experience a flare-up like has been seen in a couple countries or is going on in parts of the Midwest and the South, where they are opening up very quickly. So it talks about a number of things, including how, Los Angeles is opening up beaches and public spaces, booksellers, sporting goods stores, retail shops are opening up with more curbside pickup. Manufacturing is restarting. So it goes over some of the details, including how, despite what a lot of conservatives are trying to claim, that California is running this constant deficit because of bad management, we are actually going from a $27 billion budget to a $54 billion deficit. So basically, California, which is the fifth largest economy in the world, just as a state by itself, was hit pretty hard. So there is pressure to open up, but of course, there's also a lot of pressure to make sure we do so in a careful way. Notably, California, which has the largest population, California has more than 1 in 10 Americans. So we are the largest state by population, but we're down to 29th in the country for the number of people dying of coronavirus. Basically what that means is, even though we have the most number of people, we've managed it very well and has kept the rate of hospitalizations and deaths relatively low. Obviously, it's still a lot of people dying of a novel virus, but basically it shows that we've done a good job. So there's a whole bunch of data for you guys, including stuff for the seniors about what the colleges are going to be doing next year, how a lot of them are going to be moving to digital stuff. Second article for you guys, in case a lot of you, like me, are stuck sitting a lot of the day. Here's 5 exercises to offset too much sitting. So these are various, and these are really easy ones. This person's a yoga instructor. So these are all like modified, easy versions that essentially help you stretch out your lower back, which is where you get a lot of cramps and a lot of spinal compression from sitting too long. Alright, GovEcon kids. Here's a combined article for you guys. This updated very early this morning. The Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals, which is one of the federal traveling courts, has allowed an emoluments case against the president to proceed. For those of you who do not remember way back in first semester, the emoluments clause refers to the fact that the president is prohibited by law from increasing his personal or family fortune, and that's going to be one of the central arguments here, by using the presidency to gain money. And essentially this is going to look into, by gaining financial records, whether or not foreign countries expended money on the Trump Hotel in D.C. in order to curry favor with the president. So they're going to look at exactly how they've been paid off or have not. The question, of course, was hard to answer because the Trump administration has been blocking this. So federal court ruled that it may go forward. Alright, for world history kids, came across an article, How Pandemics Shattered the Harmony of Medieval Europe's Diverse Cities. This is a really easy read. It's like a 3 to 4 minute read at best. But it gives you guys just a quick general description of how the 14th century explosion of plague killed millions upon millions and millions of people and caused a societal shift in attitude, especially within the cities. And how the cities, which as always are generally more diverse than the countryside, the rural areas, we saw a rise of ethnic and how to put it, a nationalistic conflict with each other against, foreigners or people of other secular religious groups and all that. All right. Last thing for you guys, your distraction for today is a little indie game called The Swapper. So The Swapper is a trippy little puzzle game where you use clones, and you are in a space station. Much like some of the other games I've shown you, is notable for relatively light puzzle solving. This game's about 5 hours to beat, but it also has absolutely gorgeous visuals. In fact, this thing was done all in hand-drawn visuals. So all the background stuff, it's not randomly generated computers. Instead, it's all beautifully designed visuals. I would probably wait until it was on sale. I wouldn't buy it for $15. But it is a very, very delightful game. And like I said, for 5 hours, it gives you some good puzzle solving without being overly frustrating. Alright guys, that's it for today, and I will see you tomorrow for the last video of the week. Goodbye.